Ahoy mates! Well, we got a service call and we're heading into Waikiki to see if we can't stop a leaky boat. Skip's boat, Criterion. Apparently she's missing a grease circ on her stuffing box and she's leaking. And then apparently her bilge pumps weren't working for a few days and she sunk above waterline, not all the way to the motor. So anyway, we're heading to Waikiki. Let's see if we can't figure it out. See this Chris Craft right here. I used to actually own this boat with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and I did all that work on the top side. That's still my bimini up there. That's my anchor too. I bent that anchor. Isn't that something? The name of that boat used to be Warrior 1. Nothing really has happened to it since I had it. I should get that boat back. This is Criterion. Criterion, you're having a rough day. Let's see if we can help you out. As I recall, I want to get in here. Oh, let's see. It's quite a squeeze in here. I used to have steps. Okay. Well, she's definitely flowing. Let's see if they already buggered up the hole or not. Oh, there it is. It just must have rotted out. Let's see what we can do. I've got a few options, I think. You want to go right side like this, even when it's upside down. Well, let's just take this out. Let's just go get one. Be alright till I get back. That's the simplest way. Alright, we're back and we have the proper fitting. Let's see if we can put this leak to rest. So this is Skip's boat, Criterion, and actually I did used to be a partner on this boat. I've been inside of it many times. It's fiddly, especially with the water coming in. It's helpful if you go in the right direction. See, upside down, what a pain in the ass. Again, that ought to do it. Okay. Consider that a fix. Let's get out of here. Replaced grease circ fitting. That's fiddly. And whoever put it in looks like it's a little too close to the curvature. Wonder if that thing is factory tapped or if somebody thought that'd be a good idea. Either way, we're out of here. Ahoy mates! Alright, we fixed it. It was just a faulty grease fitting, a grease circ. Looks like the ball valve of it popped off, and so she was leaking through there. It was a funky install. It's on the bottom and it's hard to get a good nut on it. I could see maybe somebody broke it or maybe it just rusted on its own, but she's not leaking now. So I'm gonna get out of here for now, and then if they need more help getting their bilge pumps back up and running, I'll let them call me. They've got a system on board that's running off the 110 right now. But that's my service call, Waikiki, aboard the old Criterion. And I tell you, I'll turn around. It's actually really nice to see my old boat. That was like my dream boat with my ex. We used to live right there in that very spot. Yeah, that's a 58-foot Chris Craft. Very cool boat. Maybe we'll get her back someday. Yeah. working on those cleats. I know there hasn't been a video in a minute or two, and I apologize about that. Eric has come to town, and seems like there's some drama between him and Skip. So I've just kind of been biding my time. I lost a few days trying to figure out what was happening with that. I'm back out here on the Team 3 dive boat, and I'm finishing up our cleats. I've got 2 of them mounted, and they're working. They've been working for about 5 days now, and they're working well. And I've got 2 more to mount astern. So let's check them out. I'll show you the ones I've already mounted. They need paint and maybe a finish grind, but she's working well. I need to put some fair leads up here so that the lines won't rub and chafe. You see actually pretty good example of what happens here. And that gave me the notion that what happened here was probably from some wet lines, actually, some salty lines. And this cleat's working over here real well. I've got her fed back, so she's kind of doubled. But yeah, good size and nice and strong. So, astern, I've got one completely gone, and I've got a second one that's actually strong still, but rotted off on one of the ears. So I'm going to go for that one first thing here, and I'll show you what my process is on the cleat. Caught myself in the eye. How's it look before I put my safety glasses on? You see it? Oh yeah. Don't do that. Let's leave that one for now. Hold on. It's kind of broke, but it ain't totally broken. It's not for now. Well, I've certainly seen better weld, but I'm not going to complain based on the power situation and the wind situation. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it with the rust paper. Still got one more cleat to do on the other side. I'm not gonna get too crazy about it now because we don't really need it. And then I'll weld that one on next time I get a few extra minutes. Look like crazy, but I tell you what, that thing's strong. All right, mates, we're out of here for today. 3 out of 4 cleats welded on, not bad. We still got the 4th one hanging in there, so I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna start building those fair leads so we don't get so much chafe on the bow. And there's a couple of small patches I'm gonna weld. Also, I'm gonna start looking at how to put a tent over that, because we're thinking we're just gonna lose that module straight away when we go to the haul out. And I know the scrap metal prices aren't great right now, but I might try to salvage that aluminum, sell it for scrap. It's about 20,000 pounds, so maybe that'll pay for some of our projects. So Tom's been staying on there the last few nights, and he's loving it. We've got it all demolded, and we got the generators working, and there's electricity, so there's a lot to do. As I said, things are a bit confused right now with Skip and Eric. Eric is here. We're supposed to be hauling out Tradition, which I can tell you is not going to happen. And that whole project leaves a lot of questions, but I might be finding some more work on the side out of that project because everything needs to get done, including buoy runs. You know about the buoy runs. Wizard's got a buoy run coming up, needs to be done by the end of the month. So regardless of what happens with their little relationship, that buoy run needs to get done. So anyway, we're heading back home now. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for following along. Sorry about the delay in the last couple of videos. Things have been a little confused, but slowly but surely we're making way on the dive boat. And realistically, you know, that's kind of where I'm most committed. Although I've made a lot of commitments with Skip on Tradition, unless they follow through on their end, there's not a ton I can do on my own, you know. I don't have the financial leverage to do all that. So we'll see what happens. We're going to find out in the next episode probably what actually happens with Eric. He says he's here, but only for a few days to clean out his locker, basically. So we'll see how it all ends up. We may be doing a buoy run on Wizard, but I have a feeling he's going to do what he's supposed to do. And just, I've been listening to a lot of different complaints, you know. Somehow I've caught myself in the middle of like a bromance gone wrong over 30 years where they can't quite seem to communicate. And I'm the guy in the middle. Not the best. So, that being said, stay tuned. We'll see what happens next when you sail with Tradition.